This is Sadie Ridling. I'm in the hall interviewing Dr. Larry Duncan. So, is this your first ESA meeting?
This is my second ESA meeting. I went to one in Florida one time.
Okay, cool. So, what's your favorite thing about ESA?
Well, the favorite thing, of course, is it's huge because I'm a nematologist, and as you can imagine, there aren't as many nematologists as there are entomologists if you're into this sort of thing. So our meetings tend to be pretty small. We're like just a great big family, whereas you come here and there's all kinds of interesting things you've never seen before. So it's just session after session. It's nice that way. And of course, there's also lots of people that work in the same area that I work in, and you're not going to find that at a lot of other meetings just because of the size of this thing. So everybody's here, and so you get to see what you want to see as well as new stuff.
That's really great. And then, what's one of your neat experiences that you've had as far as being a nematologist?
Well, to be honest with you, the nematodes that attack insects are the neatest thing that I've ever experienced. I used to work on nematodes that attack plants, and I did that for a long time, and one of my colleagues got me to help him out one time, an entomologist, to look at these nematodes, and they were just so fascinating and so effective that for the last almost 15 years, that's what I've worked on.
Awesome. What specific ones do you work on? Like with
I
what
work
group of
on
insects?
nematodes that are in the groups Steiner Nema and Heterorhabditis. They're called Entomopathogenic nematodes. And I happen to work in a system that I think is somewhat unique in having lots and lots of species of these kinds of nematodes, more than you see reported in a lot of other areas.
Okay.
So it's interesting from that standpoint. And finally, they seem to have, Florida is a real sandy soil in that state, and nematodes are doing their work in the soil, and sandy soils are favorable for what they do. And so they're also probably regulating some interesting pests, and we're trying to understand, what can we change in the soil that will affect them so that in some soils they do even better job than, they do as well a good a job in all soils as they do in some soils, let's say.
Okay, that makes sense. Kind of an insect pest management.
Yeah, definitely a pest management approach, yeah.
Very cool. Are you presenting any research today, or just?
Yeah, there'll be a symposium that's in honor of one of the people that was one of the founders of this line of research, Harry Kaya.
Okay.
And so a few of us will be speaking at that.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Sure.